Let's talk a little Ohio State recruiting because it feels like the Buckeyes are about to go on a run after landing Favor Aki and Kerry Wilder over the weekend. Ohio State is now up to number 3 in the rankings. Actually, Wilder committed last night on Tuesday night. So Chad Simmons, you were able to speak to him. How did Ohio State win this recruitment?
I mean, 2 words, Josh. Larry Johnson, the D-line coach. People call him a living legend, man. I've done this for a long time, 20 plus years, and going back to when he was at Penn State, when I started this in this industry to now at Ohio State. I mean, he's been one of the most respected D-line coaches in the country, and he's doing what he did in Happy Valley now in Columbus and putting guys in the league and the NFL draft picks. And that's really what it came down to, is that resume for Larry Johnson and kind of what he does with player development and how he wants to use Wilder on the defensive line, moving him from inside to outside and putting him in positions to make plays and be successful. So look, there's a lot of things about Ohio State to love, and coming off the national championship, or Ryan Day does with the program, the talent they recruit every year. But it was pretty simple, really, in the end. They beat, UCLA and Notre Dame and some other programs for Wilder because Larry Johnson.
Yeah, and we feel this momentum building for the defending national champions this weekend. 16 official visitors in Columbus, and they're all elite recruits. On Wednesday, we'll see the number 1 interior offensive lineman Darius Gray make it to campus, but this weekend we got Carter Meadows, Sincere Johnson, Sam Greer, PJ Dean, Messiah Hampton. The list goes on. Chat, 9 visitors in the top 200. We're talking the elite of the elite. Who do you think Ohio State could land from this weekend's group?
Yeah, I mean, I think you look, for me, like probably 2 guys jump out. Now, I think you have to start in-state kid, Sincere Johnson. I mean, obviously an elite linebacker from the Cleveland area. He's been there numerous times. Obviously Penn State's involved. Alabama's definitely up there. Look, Bama went in last year and got Justin Hill from Ohio and poured him to SEC country in Tuscaloosa. Could they do it again? It's possible, but we like where Ohio State sits right now with Johnson. He's got a great connection there with Laurinaitis, the defensive staff at Ohio State. I think he's definitely one to watch. Another one is PJ Dean. Dean has kind of moved over from wanting to play offensive line to wanting to play defensive line. We talked about Ohio State getting Wilder earlier, and they have a real shot at PJ Dean as well. South Carolina's in the mix. His brother played at Georgia. He was just in Athens for an official visit. We think Georgia made a move over the weekend there as well. But coming out of spring, the spring evaluation period in May, we liked Ohio State's position for PJ Dean, and they have a great shot to make another significant move in this race this weekend. Kind of a wild card for me is Akine Agboko, the offensive tackle from North Carolina. Notre Dame has optimism. Georgia has his brother playing in Athens. He was in Athens this past weekend on his official visit, so Georgia's very much a competitor. Florida had him on campus in May. They're in the mix. Then you have Ohio State this weekend for the elite offensive tackle out of North Carolina. They're very much in play for him as well. So I think this visit could set them up for success in that race as well. But you mentioned it's a loaded list. Can they make a move for a guy like Messiah, Hampton, an elite wide receiver from the New York area who we think likes Oregon right now? He'll make a decision here in the coming weeks as well. So look, they have a good mix of commitments and then top targets to kind of blend together this weekend. You mentioned Darius Gray too. Darius Gray, we feel, loves the SEC, schools like LSU, Tennessee, South Carolina, but he's been to Ohio State numerous times. He's taken that midweek visit to Ohio State. He'll get all of the attention from the staff, Tyler Bowen, Ryan Day, the offensive staff. Could the Buckeyes make a move here for as well for Gray? We know they're high on his list also.
All right, Ohio State fans, over 16 recruits on campus this week. Who do you think they land? Let us know. Comment